This is a poem that's the author is unknown. If you do know the author, please let me know. But as far as I can tell, the author isn't known. It's called The Last Time. From the moment you hold your baby in your arms, you will never be the same. You will know tiredness like you never knew it before, and days will run into days that are exactly the same, full of feedings and burping, nappy changes and crying, naps or a lack of naps. It might seem like a never-ending cycle, but don't forget, there is a last time for everything. There will come a time when you will feed your baby for the very last time. They will fall asleep on you after a long day, and it will be the last time you ever hold your sleeping child. One day, you will carry them on your hip and set them down, and never pick them up that way again. You will scrub their hair in the bath one night, and from that day on they will want to bathe alone. They will reach for your hand to cross the road, then never reach for it again. They will creep into your room at midnight for cuddles, and it will be the last night you ever wake to this. One afternoon you will sing "The Wheels on the Bus" and do all the actions, then never sing that song again. You will read a final bedtime story and wipe your last dirty face. They will one day run to you with arms raised for the very last time. The thing is, you won't even know it's the last time until there are no more times, and even then, it will take you a while to realize. So while you are living in these times, remember, there are only so many of them. When they are gone, you will yearn for just one more day for one last time. A very poignant poem, and whether it's raising a child, whether it's creating a relationship, whether it's pursuing your goal, whether it's overcoming adversity, all these things in life, there are tough situations. Raising a child, I've never personally raised a child, but having pets, right? And also hearing stories from other people. Yeah, raising a child is one of the most toughest things you could do, but it's also probably one of the most rewarding things you can do. Is it for everyone? Maybe not, right? Maybe not for everyone, but it certainly can give a sense of fulfillment, right? A sense of satisfaction with life for most people. It's there's another quote. I forget who said it, but the quote is about talking, kind of reminiscing about the past. Right? I wish I knew that I was in the golden years, right? So that when I passed them, I wouldn't take them for granted. It's for me, this is all about being grateful, right? Being grateful for what we have right now. Right? Being grateful, being grateful, being grateful. Sometimes things are so close that we forget that they're even there, right? The closest things, we forget that they're there. Yeah, and knowing that it'll happen for the last time, it is uh, quite sad, but also it's very touching too. Right? It's very bittersweet. Like It reminds me of stories I've heard about, parents, right? Parenting and seeing your child grow up, right? That is very bittersweet. Seeing your child grow up to be healthy, to be strong, right? Becoming a good person, right? That must be a wonderful feeling. And it's also a little bit sad too, to see your child grow up. It's very bittersweet. And as for me, this is all about memento mori, right? To remember that everything has a last, right? Everything has a first and everything has a last. To not take anything for granted, right? Wherever I go with all my heart. Confucius. To truly live life, right? To appreciate the joy of life, to appreciate the suffering of life, to appreciate the cruelty of life, to appreciate the beauty of life, to appreciate the vast depth and scope of life. Through the highest of the highs, right? The biggest success, the biggest wins, and also the biggest losses too, right? The biggest adversities, to appreciate all of it, to appreciate all of life. Much easier said than done. Way easier said than done. Way easier said than done. A lot of old, wise people have said though, or a lot of wise people from the past. That's what a lot of them have said, right? To live in the present, right? To live now. To live now, to accept things, doesn't mean you can't change it. It doesn't mean you can't change. It just means present is all we have. Right? The present is all we have, right? So if we're going to make a change, we can only change in the present, right? This poem, it gives me a lot of perspective. A lot of perspective. Right? To know what's really, to truly figure out what's important in life, right? Sometimes life can get overwhelming, right? It's possible to get muddled, right? Confused in all the noise, right? All the noise and all the commotion, right? And this poem just allows me to take a step back, right? Just take a step back and just appreciate life, right? Appreciate what I have. Me, I don't have a child yet. Maybe I will in the future, maybe not. Who knows, right? But I want to appreciate what I have now. The friends I have, family I have, the relationships I have, all the skills that I've developed, all the experiences that I've had in life. I want to appreciate all of that. It's it's like inner peace. Right? No matter how much turmoil, conflict, adversity we go through, right? There's always this inner stillness, right? This inner greatness, inner peace within us. Yeah, this poem is very, very lovely. Just one more poem to go. That's for tomorrow. I'll see you then.